If you look at the upper, right-hand corner, you'll see one little solitary country up there. Extreme, right? Which is Sweden. A society of individuals. A society of individuals. A society of individuals.
Here, not only do half of us live alone, 1 in 4 die alone. And this building is the headquarters of the agency that takes care of those who have passed away unnoticed, missed by no one. When no next of kin can be found to claim the property of the deceased, all the valuables are turned over to the state and the remaining items collected and driven away to a garbage dump. Are these isolated cases, or is it the way life will end for most of us, now living in this overly organized, efficient, work-based system of welfare and personal autonomy? From the outside, Sweden is seen as a promised land, a perfect place to live a better life, a country worth taking great risks to get to.
Erik.
So many refugees come here from countries in trouble, looking for a better life, looking for peace and comfort, or just trying to survive.
My brother, the sons of my brother. This is from inside the house. This is me. This is the house after bombing. Okay, you can see this and this before bombing.
Some of them are lucky enough to meet Nela. Originally from Syria, Nela has lived here long enough to know exactly how things work, and she's given the task of helping newcomers to guide them and introduce them to our Swedish system of values.
Komma i tid. Vad betyder komma i tid? Man måste komma i tid. Alltså är det klockan 2, då är det klockan 2. Och i Sverige är det väldigt viktigt med tid. You cannot come late. Okej? Okay? Så, och skolan också. Arbete också. Det måste man komma i tid. Förstår du, Jonas? I say it's very important with the time. You must come in the time. Not come late. Varifrån kommer du? Varifrån kommer du? Jag kommer från Syrien, kommer från Eritrea, kommer från Syrien, alla Syrien, ja. Eritrea också. Kommer du från Eritrea eller från Syrien?
Nej.
Nej?
Nej.
Jag kommer från
Eritrea.
Eritrea. Ja. Så det här är frågor som vi ska träna idag med kort svar. Kort svar. Svenskarna älskar kort svar. Förstår ni? Varför använder vi kort svar? För att säga, mår det bra? Mår det bra? Bra. Så. Och sen slut. Inte behöver fortsätta säga någonting mer. Så svenskarna vill inte att vi ska prata mycket. Det räcker kort. Punkt slut. ما يحبوا إنه واحد يضل يحكي كثير. Mår du bra? Ja. Så du kommer du från Syria? Ja. Så. Ja eller nej? Så. Förstår ni? Ja, det är samma. Förstår ni? Då säger ni ja eller nej.
A society of individuals.
Sweden is the future, the peak of progress, ahead of the curve in the development of the whole Western world. Let's leave perfection for a while and move against progress to what we find in the most opposite side of Sweden in this map of values. Africa, Ethiopia, Wolga, a remote region to the east, the new home of Dr. Eriksson.
I think that something went wrong in Sweden by all this social engineering. People are, I don't know, they feel lonely. I heard somebody told me that people are so isolated, and especially older people feel alone. So now the Red Cross in Sweden, they have started a campaign to activate people to take hand of old people, their relatives and other old people. Here people are never alone. You're always among other people. And if you get sick, people will not stay away from you. They will come and visit you. If you are, dying, people will come, they will sit with you. And even after you die, they will sit and mourn. So here you are never alone. Never.
After working as a surgeon in Sweden for 30 years, Dr. Eriksson moved to Ethiopia with his wife Sanait. In this field hospital, he has found new meaning. He struggles every day in conditions of lack of resources, helping patients for whom life itself is a constant matter of survival.
No, it's okay. Into that. Of course, we are living under conditions which are a little bit, it's not so high standard as in Sweden. Lack of resources, lack of equipment, lack of routines, chaos. You go down to the local market, look around, there are screws. Well, they are not made for medical purpose, but if you have nothing, use it. The limit is your own fantasy. Everywhere in the world you can find bicycle wires. This is on the wheel, is it? The wheel.
Yeah, spokes.
Spokes, okay. They're very useful. You can use them as they are. Then you can use them for intramedullary nailing to fix fractures inside the bone. And this bended here, it prevents them to slip inside. Then my colleagues back home, they will complain and say, but they get rusty. And that's true, but sterile rust is not harmful. So a plumber knows what this is used for. This is used for keeping hoses together. But it can be used also for fracture. If you have a fracture which is a little bit oblique, you can put it around the fracture and you can squeeze it and keep the fracture in place. Also this bundle band, you put it around the fracture like this and then you tie it and cut it. It's very strong, very useful. Here we have nylon on wheels. A fish line, yeah, fishing line, and then the injection needle. The problem is that no one back home in the so-called first world think that they can learn something from Africa. These are hair clamps. Whenever you do a surgery for prostate, there's a complication which is not so uncommon. and that is leakage, incontinence. I tried it first on myself, actually even not on the finger, just to see if it works. And so this is a penis clamp. If it's a little bit too tight, you just bend it a little bit. It's a little bit rusty, but it's okay anyway. Good. Good. This is a drill from the local supermarket. If you buy the one which is made for medical use, it will cost you like 4,000 euro. This one you buy in the supermarket, 15 euro or something. Klaus Olsson. Good. Make a nice dressing. Thank you.